Welcome to How to Use ChatGPT to Make More Money in Your Business, the AI Playbook for Revenue Growth. I'm going to show you exactly how to use ChatGPT as a real business tool, not just a novelty, to save time, generate more revenue, and build systems that keep working for you every day. Whether you're a founder, freelancer, marketer, or business owner, this book is your practical guide to turning AI into a profit engine. Let's get started. Chapter 1. The New Business Advantage. AI is a profit tool. Here's the reality. We're living through the biggest shift in business productivity since the internet. And right now, the gap between businesses using AI and those ignoring it is growing every single day. ChatGPT isn't just a chatbot. It's a workforce multiplier, something that can draft, research, plan, analyze, and execute alongside you in minutes for a fraction of the cost of hiring. In this chapter, we look at real case studies of small businesses that have used ChatGPT to increase revenue, and we map out exactly how this book is going to help you do the same. The early adopter window is open, but it's closing. Let's make sure you're on the right side of it. Chapter 2. How ChatGPT actually works, without the technical overwhelm. You do not need to be a tech expert to get great results from ChatGPT, but you do need to understand one foundational concept: the three-part prompt formula: role, goal, context. When you tell ChatGPT who to be, what you need, and give it relevant background, your results will be dramatically better than just typing a vague question. Most people get mediocre output because they skip the role and context parts. Fix that, and you've already unlocked 80% of ChatGPT's business value. We'll also look at what ChatGPT is and isn't, so you can calibrate your expectations and use it where it genuinely shines. Chapter 3. Setting up for success. Before you can use ChatGPT to make money, you need a 30-minute setup that most people skip entirely, and then wonder why they're getting inconsistent results. First decision: free versus paid. If you're using ChatGPT for business, ChatGPT Plus is a worthwhile investment. The quality difference in output is significant. Second, create what I call your AI workspace, a dedicated, organized environment where you run your business prompts. This alone will save you hours per week. Third, avoid the 3 most common beginner mistakes: asking vague questions, accepting first draft output, and using ChatGPT for the wrong tasks. By the end of this chapter, you'll have a clean, functional setup ready to produce real business results. Chapter 4. Save time equals make more money. This chapter is built on a simple but powerful equation. Every hour you save with ChatGPT is an hour you can reinvest into work that generates revenue. We're going to identify the specific time-wasting tasks in your business: emails, reports, content, research, and show you how to shrink each one dramatically using AI workflows. That 45-minute email drafting session? Down to 5 minutes. The 2-hour weekly report? 20 minutes. Content that used to take half a day? Done in 30 minutes. When you map your time savings to your hourly value, the ROI of using ChatGPT becomes obvious within the first week. We'll build your personal time-to-money conversion framework so you can actually see it. Chapter 5. Writing that converts: sales, emails, and offers. This might be the most immediately profitable chapter in the entire book. ChatGPT can write sales copy, email sequences, offer pages, and pitches, and it can do it faster than any copywriter you could hire. But only if you know how to direct it. In this chapter, you'll get templates and prompt systems for the 4 highest value writing tasks in any business: sales copy, email marketing, offers and proposals, and scripts and pitches. We'll cover the Hook Problem Solution CTA framework that makes sales copy convert, and you'll leave with reusable prompt templates you can use to produce revenue-driving writing in under 30 minutes. Chapter 6. Content marketing that attracts customers. Content is how you get found, build trust, and convert strangers into buyers. And ChatGPT turns content creation from a bottleneck into a competitive advantage. In this chapter, we build a full content engine, from idea generation through drafting, SEO optimization, repurposing, and publishing, using ChatGPT at every step. The key insight is this: one strong idea can generate 10 pieces of content across every platform you're on. Blog post becomes email, becomes LinkedIn. Post becomes YouTube, script becomes social clips. We'll also cover how to use ChatGPT for keyword research and SEO structure, so your content actually gets found by the people you're trying to reach. Chapter 7: Lead Generation and Customer Acquisition. Every business needs a steady flow of new customers. ChatGPT can power every stage of your lead generation process, and it doesn't cost you anything beyond your subscription. We start with identifying your ideal customer in detail: who they are, what they're searching for, what language they use. ChatGPT is remarkably good at building these profiles. Then we create lead magnets, free resources that attract your ideal customer, in a fraction of the time it used to take. We cover ad copywriting, outreach scripts, and the art of turning a conversation into a client. By the end of this chapter, you'll have a repeatable system for bringing in new business using AI. Chapter 8: Sales Scripts and Closing More Deals. Sales is the engine of every business, and one of the most powerful uses of ChatGPT is improving your sales conversations. In this chapter, you'll learn how to use ChatGPT to build custom sales scripts, handle the most common objections, and role-play challenging scenarios before they happen in real life. We'll cover the 4 biggest objections: price, timing, competition, and hesitation. And you'll get prompt-based response frameworks for each one. You'll also use ChatGPT as a practice partner. Role-play a sales conversation with the AI before your next big call. Your confidence, consistency, and close rate will all improve. Chapter 9: Building AI Systems that Run Your Business. This is where we move from using ChatGPT as a tool to building it into your business as infrastructure. Most business owners use AI reactively. They think of a question and ask it. That's fine to start with, but the real leverage comes from building systems: repeatable, documented, AI-powered workflows that run the same way every time. We'll cover what to automate first, how to create SOPs using ChatGPT, and how to integrate AI into your daily operations so it runs in the background, quietly saving you time and money every single day. By the end of this chapter, you'll be thinking less like an operator and more like an architect, designing systems instead of just doing tasks. Chapter 11: Hiring, Training, and Managing with AI. Building a team is one of the hardest parts of growing a business. ChatGPT doesn't replace good judgment, but it dramatically reduces the time and cognitive load involved in people management. In this chapter, you'll use ChatGPT to write job descriptions that attract the right candidates, build interview question banks tailored to each role, and create onboarding and training materials that get new hires up to speed faster. We also cover performance reviews, one of the most dreaded tasks in management, and show you how to draft fair, detailed, constructive feedback in a fraction of the usual time. And for delegation, ChatGPT helps you build handoff frameworks so the work actually gets done the way you do it yourself. Chapter 12: Data, Decisions, and Strategy. Good decisions are the foundation of business success, and ChatGPT can become your strategic thinking partner, helping you analyze information faster and see around corners more clearly. In this chapter, we use ChatGPT for SWOT analysis, competitive intelligence, trend analysis, and strategic planning. We'll also look at how to summarize complex data, financial reports, customer feedback, market research, into clear, actionable insights in minutes. You don't need to be a data analyst. You need to know the right prompts to ask. By the end of this chapter, you'll be making faster, better-informed decisions using AI as your strategic advisor. Chapter 13: Creating New Revenue Streams with AI. Here's something most people miss. ChatGPT isn't just a tool for doing your existing work faster, it's also a tool for creating entirely new income streams. In this chapter, we explore AI-powered side hustles, digital products, consulting services, and knowledge-based income, all of which become dramatically more achievable when you have AI as a business partner. Freelancing, ebooks, online courses, consulting packages, templates, and subscription newsletters. ChatGPT can help you create, package, and market all of these. We'll also cover pricing and positioning strategy so you can charge premium rates for AI-enhanced services and products. Chapter 14: Scaling Marketing and Growth. Everything we've built so far, the content, the leads, the sales, now gets multiplied. In this chapter, we focus on scaling, building funnels that work automatically, producing more content without burning out, leveraging trends at the right moment, and building compounding growth systems. ChatGPT allows you to produce at a volume that was previously impossible for a solo operator or small team. What used to require a full marketing department can now be done in hours. We'll also look at the compounding effect of consistent AI-assisted marketing, where each piece of content and each system builds on the last, creating momentum that grows faster over time. Chapter 15: Your Personal AI Playbook. By this point in the book, you've got a lot of powerful tools and strategies. Chapter 15 is about pulling them all together into a personalized system that works for your business. We'll build your prompt library, a curated collection of your highest performing prompts organized by business function. We'll design your custom workflows, step-by-step AI processes for the tasks you do most often, and we'll create your daily and weekly AI routines, simple habits that keep you consistently productive and leveraging AI every day. Finally, we'll measure the ROI, time saved, revenue generated, business impact. At the end of 90 days, you'll be able to see exactly what using AI has done for your bottom line. Chapter 16: Your 30-day Action Plan to Increase Revenue. This is the chapter where everything becomes real. We lay out a week-by-week action plan that takes you from setup to scale in 30 days, with specific daily tasks, measurable milestones, and progress checkpoints. Week 1 is setup and quick wins. Week 2 is content and marketing. Week 3 is sales and conversion. Week 4 is automation and scale. By the end of day 30, you should have a functioning AI-powered business system, new revenue-generating activities running, and clear evidence that ChatGPT is producing a measurable return on your investment. Follow the plan, track your results, adjust what isn't working. The framework is here. Your job is to execute it. Chapter 17: Common Mistakes and How to Avoid Them. I want to save you from the mistakes I see most often when business owners start using ChatGPT. Mistake number 1: over-reliance. AI is powerful, but it doesn't replace your judgment, your relationships, or your strategy. Use it as a tool, not as a crutch. Mistake number 2: poor prompting. Vague inputs produce vague outputs. Go back to the 3-part formula. Mistake number 3: no strategy. Using ChatGPT randomly for random tasks produces random results. Build systems. Mistake number 4: ignoring data. If you're not tracking results, you can't improve. Measure what matters. And mistake number 5, the biggest one, is failing to take action. Reading this book is a start. Implementing it is where the money is made. Chapter 18: The Future of AI in Business. We close the book by looking forward, because understanding where AI is going is just as important as knowing how to use it today. AI is moving fast. The tools available today are already remarkable. What's coming in the next 2 to 5 years will be transformational. The businesses that are building AI skills and systems right now will have a compounding advantage that grows larger every year. The skills that will matter most: prompting, systems thinking, creative strategy, and human judgment, the one thing AI still can't replace. The most important message of this entire book is this: the time to start is now. Don't wait until AI is more mature or until you feel more ready. Build your AI habits and systems today, and watch them compound into your biggest competitive advantage over the next decade. Thank you for reading. Now go implement. And that brings us to the end of how to use ChatGPT to make more money in your business. Every chapter in this book is designed to be immediately applicable. You don't need to finish the whole book before you start. Pick one chapter, implement one idea. The biggest difference between the businesses that succeed with AI and those that don't is simple: action. Thank you for watching. Go to howto.com to get the book.